Hey guys, Adam Hart here. Here's the best mods to use right now in Resident Evil Requiem, such as switching camera perspective without opening the menu from third person to first person, just a hotkey. Switching shoulder, this is one of my favorite ones. And we're going to get started with reframework by PrayerDog2. And we also need Fluffy Mod Manager. So, that's the other thing you need for all the mods that we're going to be using. Reframework and Fluffy Mod Manager. Starting with No Film Grain by ASDT. This gives you a better image, so better graphics. So that's without the mod, that's with the mod, that's without the mod, and then with the mod. So just a clearer picture. You don't have that option in the menu. Now, expand your inventory by Z3. This one is super useful. You're really limited early on in the game. Now, once you go into the game, hit insert to bring up the reframe menu. Go down and you'll see things in the script runner, and if you go down further, script generated UI, and that's where you can expand your inventory. So if you go to the very bottom, you'll see inventory expander. Every time you hit +2 slots, you basically get a pouch as if you found a pouch in the world, and as you can see, the inventory is expanded. Now you can't keep expanding that past that. You can only get up to the point where you can in the game, as if you had all the pouches. Camera view switcher by RE9. Now this one, originally I thought was swapping your shoulder. No, this is going from third person to first person. And you can use a hotkey for that. Extremely useful for like big open spaces where you fight zombies, you can switch to third. But when you go back down a hallway, you can go back to first with a switch of a hotkey. So I wouldn't do one that brings up your weapons like that. So you want to make sure it's a capital letter. Lowercase doesn't work. And numbers didn't work for me. Even if it did, that uses your weapon, so I wouldn't do that. Now go to your options, go to keyboard and mouse, and go to key configuration. You can see what keys aren't being used. So I recommend T for Grace, Y for Leon, because those letters aren't used. The grayed out ones are ones that aren't used in the game. Aim shoulder swap by Silver Ezrades. This is one of my favorites. So you get to a door, and then you can swap that shoulder. There you go. It's perfect for situations like that. It's going to save your last point. So you get to a next wall, swap your shoulder again. So, if you go into first person, you notice how the gun is off to the side and it looked weird. So if you do the hotkey to change it back, you can reset that back into the middle, like that right there. And then if you guys didn't know, if you go up to a wall and then aim, you can actually do a peek. So it flows really well into that. And the hotkey on controller for switching the shoulder is L2 plus L3. But you need to set a hotkey for switching in and out of third and first person. So here I'm just combining switching in and out of third and first person, as well as switching the shoulder, so you can see it all come together here. And it just works amazing, both of those mods. Collect More Blood by Synthlight. This is really useful, but you need to activate the file loader for this. So hit insert to bring up reframe, enable it, hit insert to get rid of the menu, quit the game, start the game back up, and you'll be able to collect more blood. And as you can see, we exceed the limit of 150, and you can have infinite blood, which is incredible. Adaptive Triggers by Lunati is another really cool mod. I didn't know that Adaptive Triggers isn't supported in Resident Evil games on PC, so you're gonna have to use a mod for that. And then here's the features like distinct weapons. Every weapon feels a little different. Dynamic L2 aiming. So the spring tension changes based on the weapon weight. Heavy weapons max out the resistance, while lightweight items offer less. And then dry fire empty mag effect. So when you get to 0 ammo, you feel that. It turns to like a dead mechanical click, so you physically feel your gun feel empty without having to look at your screen. And then there's cheats like Infinite Ammo by Yun Wu, Ultimate Trainer by Larsenil. And here's a bunch of features that Trainer has, like combat and weapons, and even first and third perspective. You got stack sizes, you got bonus content unlocker by Biohazard, so you can unlock all the special content, useful for your second playthrough. Umbrella Forces by Reaper. If I just go through that really quick, here's a bunch of new costumes that you can do. So maybe you don't want to do some of these for your first playthrough, but unlocking all the special content will be perfect for your second playthrough. That's what I'm going to do when I do my second playthrough. Here's just a quick look at those umbrella outfits. And then Easy Parry by Z3, but you could also make it harder. You could turn the frames all the way down. Better movement speed by Jun HX2, and you can increase the speed for zombies as well if you want. ScriptCore by Silver as well, Auto Item Reveal by Over Z3, so it automatically reveals all the items. And that script was used for like over the shoulder, by the way. Adjust FOV, so go down to Script Runner, and you can see what you're using there. Yeah, that's right, script generated UI is where you're going to actually adjust the FOV. So 1 is the default. You can adjust in first person as well as while you're aiming. And I'm going to show you guys the perfect place that I found. So now we're on 1.5 first person and 1.3 while aiming. And that is the best place I found. So I'm just going into some corridors right here to show you guys. So you can kind of see like both corridors in the middle. Now one thing to keep in mind is, I didn't even realize this, when you get a bigger FOV, it's going to take away that horror aspect. That's what makes it more scary, when you can't really see around you and you don't know if you're about to get jumped. So I would recommend you either just do this for your second playthrough, or you go ahead and only change the FOV for Leon for the action sequences. So keep that in mind as well. Infinite Items by Anna. This just allows you to have infinite health. Maybe you want infinite lockpicks, so you don't have to worry about that. You can do infinite ink ribbons, which might be useful on your Insanity playthrough, so you don't have to worry about number of saves. True Headshot by Mally. If the brain is destroyed, then they die, so as you can see right here. Better Crafting by Nicola. This gives you more resources when crafting, so not infinite, but just more. And down here are the specific numbers you get when you do that. So with Grace, instead of 8 ammo, you get 20. Instead of 2 Magnum, you get 5. For Leon, instead of 10, you get 20. For Shotgun, instead of 3, you get 6. But then you have Free Crafting, if you want to take that a step further, by CVBF. Free Crafting for both of them, you craft the maximum amount of stacks possible. You even make Requiem ammo for Leon, but not Grace, I don't think. So if you want it for Grace, just search up Requiem ammo as a separate mod and you can get it for Grace. An Actual Carbine by Nagatito. This makes a carbine better. Holster on Command by Silver Esrides. This guy makes a lot of really practical mods that I think should be in the game already. So this makes it so you can holster their currently equipped weapon without having to open up your inventory. Then you have Skip Intro Logos just to save time by Legza Mule. And lastly, Ammo Models in Inventory by Foreverfield that make the ammo icons look like the colorful Resident Evil 4 ones instead of the black and white ones in Requiem. And here's all the mods I'm personally using. ScriptCore, which the shoulder swap requires. And then I'm using Adjust FOV, Ammo Models in Inventory, which was that last one I covered. That makes it look like Resident Evil 4 ammo. Auto Item Reveal, so everything is revealed on the map. Camera View Switcher, which originally I thought was the shoulder switcher, but that's just changing from first to third person. Collect More Blood. Crafting Mod. Inventory Max, I don't have that on right now though, because I have the maximum amount of inventory, but I have that there just in case I need it for the second playthrough. No Film Grain. Requiem Adaptive Triggers, Reframework, Shoulder Swap, Skip Intro, and Stack Size Changes. So that's everything I'm using. All the links to all these mods are down below, and if you guys want to support me and see how to get into the details on how to install all of this, then check out my members exclusive video. Overall, it's pretty easy to install though. You just drag the zip file to the Fluffy Mod Manager, and if you download a mod and it's not in a zip file, you want to compress it, make it into a zip file, and drag it over to the Fluffy Mod Manager. Then once you're in the game, just hit Insert to bring up the Reframe menu, and then you can see everything you have installed. Then you could configure it even more if you want. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to cover more best mods as they come out for this game, and for other games as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and this different type of content on my channel. If you're still watching, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. If you want to see my playthrough for this game, check out my other channel, Adam Hart Gaming Let's Plays. It's in the description down below. I'm currently posting my playthrough for this game. Hope you enjoy that, and for other games, if you check that out. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and comment, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.